Hello again YouTube, Nick from BioGear here. Thanks for tuning into another video. It's now 2025 and it's been a minute since I've posted my last video. Sorry about that. Hopefully we can make up to it with a nice video on a very popular bag today. So this is the Alpha, specifically the Alpha X brief pack, but it's also an Alpha 3 brief pack, same exact model, a couple different material changes here. And this is a very widely requested video because this bag is extremely popular from TUMI. There's already been lots of people that have covered this bag, and let's see if I can make a better video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it and see if this is something you should get. So I want to start off by ranting a little bit. For the record, I don't care for this bag. I've owned two other ones, have used them, and just have not loved them. There's been stuff that prevents me from wanting to keep one in my collection, and I tend to gravitate more towards like Alpha Bravo backpacks than I do the Alpha series in general. I've owned a couple different Alpha backpacks, like Alpha 3, and yeah, I just don't tend to keep them. There's a couple style changes and function changes that leave me out of them. However, these things are super tankers as far as travel and especially carrying stuff and technology. That's one of the greatest strengths of this bag, is the fact that it's got so much room in here. And whereas a lot of bags can only carry maybe 1 to 3 devices, or sorry. Whereas most bags can only carry like 1 laptop and maybe a tablet at max, this backpack can carry up to like 3 laptops in it. So I'll get into that and show you where you're going to be placing it all, stuff like that. So starting off with this bag, yeah, pretty thick of a backpack and kind of tall, but not super tall. There are taller bags that TUMI makes than this, but the sizes are pretty medium large on this guy. I'd say more on the large side, but probably a good comfortable medium too, as it's not very tall. You have a back compartment here that is specifically reserved just for the laptop. You have a big main compartment that zippers go all the way down to the edges, 2 side pockets, 1 upper pocket, 1 lower pocket, and there is a zipper on that lower pocket here too. I never used it, but I'll get into it and what you can do with it. So starting off, the back laptop compartment is super padded all the way around. The back, the front, the bottoms, the sides, there is padding everywhere. The side pocketing is the least, the side padding is the least padded out of the whole area here, but the bottom's good, sides are good, back is good. And you can fit a good, easy 16-inch MacBook in here just fine. You can even fit a lot thicker of a laptop in here. There's a lot of positive space inside this section here. And I know a lot of business laptops used to be really thick. I keep thinking like Dell Vostro and stuff like that were Vostro or whatever. Bigger laptops for businesses that have usually been thicker. This bag can accommodate a lot of that. Height-wise though, pay attention. This is a 16-inch MacBook, so anything a lot taller than that ain't gonna fit. Anything a lot wider than that ain't gonna fit. So just use that as a reference and look up dimensions for this guy, compare it to what you have, because a lot of gaming laptops and stuff may not fit in this guy. So just be advised, 16-inch laptops and anything that's a tight 16-inch should fit just fine though. There are no other pockets in here though. This is specifically reserved just for the laptop. Fine, no big deal, as you'll see soon. So yeah, 2 zippers on this guy up top. They just park them wherever you want. It doesn't go very far down, doesn't really need to, just the top of the pockets for this little laptop area. So good. And in tune with that, the main compartment here, zippers do go all the way down to the edges. So you get a nice accordion out, lots of easy access into here and a lot of space too. This back pocket on the side facing the laptop is padded and it is flat, but again, there's a lot of space in there from that laptop area. So I have a thick iPad in here, which is an iPad Pro with the keyboard. This is the M4 iPad Pro if you're wondering, and it fits in there gloriously. Just lots of space, nice padding, I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, the pocket comes up pretty high too, so I don't have to worry about stuff touching the top of the tablet either. So you can fit a laptop in here if it's thin. I'm sure a MacBook Air 13-inch will fit in here beautifully, maybe even a 15-inch, yeah, 15-inch MacBook Air will fit in here probably, no problem as well. On the opposing side face, there's another pocket that goes way down all the way to the bottom. So that's an iPad Folio, it fits in here, goes all the way down to the bottom. You can use that for your tablet, you can use the back for your tablet. Again, like I said, there's actually a lot of options here for carrying a lot of devices, which is unusual for a backpack, especially one from TUMI. They generally only carry maybe 1 laptop, 1 tablet pocket, and that's kind of it. This guy's got tons of space, tons of room, tons of spots. As far as organization goes, on this this back panel here, there's a little organizing spot, and you get 1 big pocket here, nice and flat though. and then 3 other pockets that can hold maybe credit cards or any other stuff. 2 pen loops that are open on bottom, so make sure your pen is hooked. You can't throw an iPad pencil or Apple Pencil in here, it'll just slide all the way through. But it does have a spot there for that. You can just use the other pockets if you want to put your pencil in it. Only 2 more pockets left on this guy. They are on this tablet sleeve area here, and they are flat, so be careful what you put in there. Again, it's going to start pushing on your tablet and stuff. You start putting thick stuff in here. Don't even try putting a mouse in here. I wouldn't do it. But anything like a cord, maybe even, you can wrap up a cable, throw it in here. That should be probably no issue at all. A lot of room for organizers and stuff in here too. Clothing, jackets, toiletry kits. Good travel bag, very friendly with that. As I said, it's got a lot of room in here. There's at least 2.5, 3 inches, probably 3 inches of positive depth in here that you can throw tons of clothing in. And yeah, that is the main compartment. So, let's find the other zipper. Yeah, a lot of ability to store stuff in there, which is great. Top pocket is soft and simple. There is just your standard material here from the Alpha series. And yeah, a good spot for sunglasses because there's no TUMI tracer in here or anything. There's no metal hardware in there, so something like your sunglasses is totally safe in here, which is great. Use as you see fit. Front pocket here too. Just kind of zips in a good enough angle. You got plenty of access room in here to drop a bunch of stuff. There is a key leash in here, so you can throw your keys in here. That's what at least TUMI intends for you to do. Up at the top of this pocket area in that little hollow cavity is your tracer tag, so you can register your bag to your name. And then there's 2 more pockets in here too that are both flat. So those 2 flat pockets, again, mind what you put in there. 1 zipper pocket behind it, also flat. And then the rest is that positive space. So as you can see on the side of the bag, there is a good inch at least of depth in here that you can throw a bunch of stuff. I like throwing chargers and additional power banks and stuff in there personally. You can throw whatever you want in there. Underneath that zipper though, there is another one that also competes with space in there. And it does kind of expand here on the edge, but I just never use this pocket. Maybe I could find use for it, but with the pocket behind it being so nice, I just never unzip this one. There's not really reason for me to fight this little leather tab here, even though it's not that bad. Make it worse than it sounds, but yeah. So lastly is 2 side pockets. One in typical TUMI fashion, one has rubberized inside coating. The other one is soft, normal nylon or whatever. So left side here is the one with the nylon. It does kind of expand accordion out a little bit. You can throw, if that's where you want your sunglasses or something, you throw that in there. You can throw all kinds of stuff, power banks, little devices, flashlight, whatever. A lot of stuff can fit in there, no problem. This one on this bag does kind of fight me going down. Let's see if we can get it. This was a used bag, by the way. I bought this one on eBay. And yeah, that one, not bad. Other side, rubberized coating, also accordions out. So you can fit a good sized water flask or something in here too. Just mind that once it starts getting to that bottom, it will push out here on the bottom and will push into the bag. So be careful on how you pack. You won't be able to zip that up in there if it's a flask of this size or not. But yeah, water bottles and stuff fit in there fine. Just don't know how much you can get away with zipping it up. So that is an option as well. At least we have it. Ironic, or oddly enough, there is no spill port on this guy. Normally there's like a little circle vent, so that way if you do spill water or it condensates inside your bag, it'll just vent out. But there's nothing there, it's just rubberized. So yeah, kind of odd that it doesn't have that. Okay, getting on to the last bit of the bag. On the back panel here, nice flat and padded. It looks great, I like the way it looks. There is a pass-through for your suitcase. You can slip this over the handles of your suitcase, trolley, whatever you want to call it. And there is actually no magnetic cash or cell phone pocket here in the back this time on the Alpha series. They didn't have that. Alpha Bravos do, Harrisons do, a lot of bags do. There's no magnetic pocket here too. So now we get to the straps, and this is where I start to have a problem why I don't keep these bags. It's got these Alpha 3 straps. They've got a different shape to it where instead of coming around the outside, they kind of kick in a little bit in the middle. And I think that has to deal with where they mount the straps and what their intent is with the bag. They mount the straps like an inch lower than the top. I prefer them mounted at the top. I do grab my bags by the handle a lot and it kind of kicks out, so it makes it a little annoying to carry. I know there's a carry here. When I pull it, I don't like the way my bag deforms. It's strong, you can use this. No big deal, I'm probably just being stupid about it, but yeah, I like to grab my bags by the handle a lot, so it just kicks out weird. I don't really like that it's mounted lower right there, so just a nitpick for myself, not probably something that you'll ever have to deal with. But the straps location is the part that bothers me the most. And that's what I'm gonna have to try and demonstrate here. It's gonna feel a little weird, but when you take this guy, you put it on, you have to wear it kind of high. So like a normal person, I guess, you can't sag your bag down lower like I tend to do myself. So yeah, I mean, if you have it up higher like this, it does contour pretty well. I guess that's that hourglass kick where it tries to go around your neck, right at that spot. But sometimes they bend up a little bit like that when you're trying to go lower, and it just doesn't feel good. So if you're wearing it high like this, then it does fit good, and that's, I guess, as intended. So yeah, once it's in the right spot, as you probably would wear, it's not a big deal, but you can't lower the bag. And that's the only thing that kind of keeps me from using it and going back towards the Alpha Bravos. I like to wear my bag a little lower, but regardless, it's still super comfortable if used as intended. Even though there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of weight, it's still nice and comfortable, holds that really well. So yeah, conclusion on the bag. I know this is a very business friendly and business promoted bag. Traveling with it's probably going to be a breeze. This thing will fit on your airplane seats, no problem. And again, there's a lot of protection in there and a lot of room for clothing and accessories. I just find that the ergonomics of the Alpha series don't suit my needs as much as like the Alpha Bravos do, and I tend to gravitate something more like the Nomadic backpack, the Search, or the Navigation more than I would get this guy. That's why I've had two and I've already sold them. Even though they hold a lot of stuff, I have bags that I like a little more because they're a little more comfortable for me. But nevertheless, if you want something that looks slick, looks professional, this is a good bag to consider. Again, this is the Alpha X model, not the Alpha 3. So the exterior ballistic nylon's a little stiffer, it's a little different. It does have a leather handle up top, and it does have a leather luggage tag, but a lot of the ergonomics and the bag is exactly the same from the Alpha 3, just a little different material. So nothing much to hate on this guy outside of that. So yeah, hopefully I answered some questions. If this was an option, it is a good option. Personally, I'm an Alpha Bravo guy, but this bag has been a hot seller for TUMI for a long time for a good reason. It's just a good bag. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. And thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.